Hello everyone, Grayman Wolf here bringing you another YouTube video of an ESO build video. This is my Stamblade. Um, this build's meant for, it's, must you interrupt, dog? Really, dog? Really? Really? You finished? Are you done? Sit. Good girl. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Hello everyone, Green here. Bringing you an ESO Stamblade build I've been working on. This setup's very versatile and what you can do with it. So here are my stats unbuffed.
Why don't they put any kin in the arena?
If you notice, my crit rating is kind of up there in the world, but I'll get to that, why that is later. I'm sitting at 11.8k max magicka, 20k health, 27k stam, and 700 magic recovery, 200 health recovery, because, well, shit, vampire and all that. And 875 stam recovery, 232,000, wow, oh my god, 2,369 weapon damage on my bow bar with a 74.8 crit rating, two-handed bar, 2603 with a 55 crit rating. Sitting at low resistances because I don't really go for the highest resistances. This isn't a mid max build. So yeah, let me buff up real quick. Bow bar sitting at 2,700 weapon damage with 77.8 crit. Hold on, let's boost that up a bit. Nope, okay. 2H bar sitting at an even, well, just a little above 3k weapon damage, which is good for Cyrodiil nowadays. Crit resist is negligible because I don't run infinite on any of my gear. We are stam build, so 64 points into stam. I am a stage 4 vampire, tri-stat food, and I'm running the Thief Mundus Stone. That's also why my crit rating is kind of up there in the world. Okay, so let's get into the gear. Your standard 2H and bow setup. I'm running 5-piece Nightmother's Gaze, 2-piece Belly, because this is a no-brainer. All Stamblade should wield this because it's insanely stupid powerful. They're hitting for 11,000 damage. This set is insanely stupid with its damage. I wasn't blessed with getting good traits, and I am not farming out that dungeon again. All stam enchants on the armor. I'm running mostly divines with 2 well-fit pieces. Oh, and I'm running 4-piece brigands, which is going to change to a 5-piece when I farm out either one of the 2H weapon. This is practically a bow gang build. Not really, it's more melee oriented. Just depends on your style. I always like starting off the fight with my bow. A fully charged R2 into a poison inject. Works wonders. So, yeah, so 2 Veli, 4 Spriggan, 5 Night Mothers. Once I get to 2H, I'm going to have Night Mothers active on my back bar. Oh, weapon damage enchants. I mean, glyphs on the weapons and stuff. That's not even... Let's get our stats out. Let's get our stats maxed out here. Okay, so we are sitting at a 3,400 weapon damage. Oh, hold on. Get out of here. So yeah, 3,400 weapon damage, fully buffed. Bella just got insanely close to the boss. But yeah, so 3400 weapon damage fully buffed. Light weaving all the time from a dizzying swing into a light attack into a executioner. Let's go off with my skills now, since I'm done rambling on about. Oh, I'm also running Sprigged Jewelry. It's not purple. I know, guys, don't bitch at me for this is all I could get. So, fucking all blue jewelry, weapon damage and chance on them. And the chest piece. As I said before, all stam glyphs. I would not mind doing triglyphs on these pieces, but number crunching, I'll get more damage with my stam now. But yeah, if I was to run poisons, I'd probably go with a cost increase poison. Also, like a minor leeching, like a leeching poison, so I can get a little bit extra heals. Because Nightblades are always squishy whenever you catch them out of stealth. But let's see, hold on, let me get fully buffed up at stealth so y'all can see the full benefit of the build. 2800 on the bow bar in stealth. And 3100 on the 2H bar. But naturally I'm always starting off stealth from my bow. So let's get into my skills. Poison inject, obviously, great dot. Fully charged R2 into a poison inject is the most efficient way of stunning people, getting them off horses, etc., etc. I'll talk about rotations after I'm done all my skills. I choose Shadowy Disguise over the normal shuffle, just because I like being able to cloak up whenever, like, soloing by myself, like I am now. Like, taking this flag, I took this flag right before I started this video, but like doing it myself, I like to cloak up, get as close as I can to the boss, charge up an R2, shoot off an R2 into a poison inject, buff up, go in there and go ham on them. Resolving Vigor, obviously self-heal. Every stamina build needs to be running this. If not, you're retarded and you should just uninstall the game and quit. Like, Resolving Vigor is retardedly good. Even though that's not really a fucking word, but yeah. Relentless Focus, obviously for the brutality and stam recovery it gives. Also, if you proc off the Spectral Bow, it's hitting for just 11,397 damage. Without crit, I've hit players up to total of 12k with this, and like that's when they get scared. And then I'm running Camouflage Hunter on my back bar. That's why I get the crit damage. If you didn't want to run Camouflage Hunter, you can always run Siphoning Attacks. I do not run Siphoning Attacks on this because I don't really worry about sustain. If I run a stam, I'm practically dead, or I use potions. So yeah, but you can replace Evil Hunter or Camouflage Hunter for Siphoning Attacks, or if you want Mass Hysteria for the CC. I have this skill. I really don't use the skill, but okay, just making sure my mic was on so I'm not talking to myself. But yeah, I don't really use Mass Hysteria much. And Dawnbreaker Smiting, crowd CC hits. It would hit insanely. It would hit harder than what it does if I had the skill completely maxed out, but it's sitting at a 9k damage than a 10k tick over time. That paired with poison inject is stupid, stupidly good. If you don't want to run Dawnbreaker's Mining, you can always run Soul Shred and morph it to Soul Tether if you want like the stun and heal that it gives. Or if you're a vampire and you choose vampire, you can always run Bats. What else? Or if you want, I've debated running Rapid Fire, but I don't really like Rapid Fire in my opinion. Now for my two-handed bar, your basic 2H setup for any Stam character: Dizzy and Swing, obviously, you're knocking them back, CC. Reverse Slice, AoE, Execute. I'm not running Killer. If you don't want to run Reverse Slice and you want to save your points, you can always run Killer's Blade for like a heal. It'll heal you for 20% of your max health. I just like the AoE damage. Obviously, Ambush, your gap closer. Minor and grants you empowering. Rally, again, no brainer on a 2H and on any 2H build. Increases your weapon damage and the burst heal. It's healing me for a pretty decent amount. And surprise attack, you can change this to whatever. It's like a flex spot, so you can change this to whatever you want. I really don't have any skill currently. Like if I wanted to run, I could run Shuffle like there. If you want to run Shuffle, you can run Shuffle on your flex spot. You basically only want Camouflage Hunter on your back bar for the extra crit damage you do while in stealth. And also it's really good for drawing down Nightblades. You can just walk around and be like, ooh, your bar goes up. Oh, hey, Nightblade, pew pew, and start fucking killing them. But yeah. And then end cap, obviously any Nightblade, any Stamblade is running end cap. Obviously it's like one of the best Nightblade skills in my opinion for like straight stupid damage. As you see, it hits for 10k. It stuns them and fucking increases your damage done against them. I actually never really read this skill, I just knew it was really good. Also inflicts a minor main. For this, you can replace for, I even went with the Berserk Strike and changed it to Onslaught as like an execute. That's another thing. If you want to run, if you don't want to run an execute, if you want to make this like whatever skill let's just throw a Mass Hysteria on there. If you want to get that CC in there, then run Berserk Strike and then morph it to Onslaught, because Onslaught instantly refunds the cost if you kill an enemy with it. So you can use Onslaught as a execute if you want. I didn't really use it for execute. I used it for like more burst damage, but also it grants you like it also gives you more spell resistance and stuff, so it's always good, because it's physical and spell resistance, because as I said on my character, it's pretty lackluster when it comes to physical resists. Let me change my skills back. Reverse Slice, surprise attack. Talk about your passives. You want Executioner. I mean, yeah, oh my god. Wow. No, you want Master Assassin, Pressure Points, Hemorrhage, Shadow, you want Refreshing Shadows, Dark Vigor, and Dark Veil. Just because I always have like So, well, I guess that's why I would have surprise attack or mass hysteria on my front bar for the extra health. Because let's just take it off without it. I have 19 under 20k on my 2H bar. But with it on, jumps back up to 20k. Let's replace that.
A delicious build for delicious people.
It is a delicious build, and also this also helps in survivability. Whenever you drink your pot, you can get your ultimate back. I never said this build wasn't a cancerous Nightblade build. But yeah, that's always good to get like your ultimate back. You can end cap them like that. For your passives in your 2H, you want heavy weapons, obviously, balanced weapon, and battle rush. You can get these if you want. I don't really use them. Oh, hot shot, dog. Christ. Anyway, I don't really find a use for these, even though some of them are good. I'm not really wow, if I can speak. I don't really use fully charged heavies unless I'm fighting ads. So yeah, you can. Oh yeah, if you want to run a dual wield setup, forgot to mention that. Just equip Spriggans here. Any sharpened weapon if you want. Skills. This is where you'd run Killer's Blade. Surprise attack there, just for easy access. Mass Hysteria. And you do Cloak here. Then you would... Then you'd equip Shuffle here. And then this would be your only buff, and you are hitting for 27.98 with a 57 crit releases. The playstyle is a little different, because with this, you'd want to cloak up next to an enemy, and bam. But I don't really run this setup, so it's not really ideal for me. But it's basically, you stealth up, surprise attack, end cap, execute if they get low enough. But I don't really like running that setup. It's not really my play style. So I always prefer the 2H. And go. And then our stats get back to a comfortable. Yep. What else? What was it? If you want to run the dual wield, go Slaughterer. If you want to use any of these, I don't really use them. I don't know why I put that there. Dual wield expert, Ruffian, and obviously Twin Blade and Blunt. Swords preferably, because they give you extra damage. I chose a mace and a sword. For the physical resistance, people run axe and mace, axe and sword, dagger if you want like crits. Yeah, I just had a bunch of extra skill points, so that's why I kind of experimented with the dual wield. Also, the bow bar is really versatile. If you want to be like on a keep and you see somebody coming, you can just equip lethal arrow in your camouflage hunter spot. Endless hail obviously is for PvE. Nobody fucking uses it in PvP. If you use it in PvP, just stop playing the game. No. You want all your passives, especially this one. I can't stress enough how many times this has saved my life. Running medium armor, so 5 medium, 2 light. I'm not doing the undaunted passes or anything. One, because I don't have them, and if I had them, I wouldn't use them anyway. I mean, it's really good if you want more mid-maxing, but as I said, I'm not farming out Veladreth again. It's just a pain in the fucking ass to farm it out one time. I'm not doing it multiple times just to get the piece I want. Skills. I also put some into these because these are actually really good, and if you're not using these in PvP, I recommend you invest into these and this too whenever you unlock it. But like, these skills are really good. I'm a cheat just for their stealthy passive and the extra recoveries. This you can do Orc, Wood Elf, Red Guard, even basically all your more stamina based class races, but I just personally like the Khajiit for the stealthy and the extra crit. Wow, extra crit rating. If you want your foods to last longer, just invest into these. Oh yeah, that's right. Shit, I'm running a tri-stat food. This one, even though it's not 160 or 150 or whatever the fucking max is, I need to get it. But I haven't looked in guild stores to find it. I also run tri-food or buy foods. This or this if you want more recovery, because this build is lacking the recovery. But if you want more recovery, I recommend going this route or the newest drink, the Kimorian Throne drink. That's always a really good one, except I completely missed out on the Gestures Festival, so how do you level up quick? Champ points or regular level? If I had this is my main character, so like this is my very first character, so I had it through all like the double XP events and stuff. If you want, you can always buy
regular level first.
Regular level, okay. If you have the money, I'm not saying everybody does, invest into Crown Experience scrolls, because they're really good. Or like pair up with a buddy, be like a group of 2 and just do quests. Being in a group of 2, you get like a 10% bonus XP. I'm also a, where the fuck is it? I know I saw you right there. ESO Plus member, so I get a 10% gain in experience. But way I level up, either have a friend with you at all, like whenever you're questing, you get that double XP. While you're questing, do dungeons, like randomly queue up dungeons and just go through dungeons no matter what. That'll be another way to level you up and get you some skill points. And you might get, there's also a place in come on, zoom out already. In Craglorn, if you get a friend that can take you to it, Skyreach, it's basically like everybody's farming spot. But if you want a more efficient way, and if you have access to the DLCs, you can always go to Rothgar. Where are you at? And somewhere over here, there's a Dwarven Ruin, and you just get a high-level friend of yours, and just go 2-man it and have him draw aggro of like this room and just make a big giant loop and just have him kill the enemies for you. But if you don't have any of those but you have money, as I said before, XP scrolls are your best friend. Or if you have the gold, you can buy Psijic Ambrosia. Most guild stores will sell it, but they're more like 3,500. I've seen like cheapest, and they can go from 3,500 to 10,000 a piece. Just depends on who you get. Also, you can buy this. This will also help you level up, because it'll give you a 10% more bonus XP on top of being an ESO Plus member. If you get ESO Plus, that'll give you 20%. Crown XP scrolls, 70%. If you get a friend of yours to craft you training armor, as you see, my Veladress has the trait on it. Training in purple gets you 10%. Blue gets you, I believe, 8%, and green gets you 6%. So have a friend craft you some training armor and just wear your training armor until you get like really up there. Like every time I start a new character, I switch to my crafter. I've crafted myself full medium and light armor training sets for level 1 in the prison, because if you run scrolls, training armor, Pledge of Mora, ESO Plus, and stay in the prison, because the prison is like your best farming place for any low level because of all the constant assets spawn. And also when you reach level 10, you can stay while in the prison, you can queue up dungeons, and that'll boost your level even more. But before, this is my main character, so I've had this character for like year and a half now, and I've done the New Life Festival, which gave XP, like double XP, the Jubilee Festival, which gave you double XP. Just ESO sometimes has festivals and events that give you double XP. I always recommend farming out on like your low level character, or if you want to get up in the champion points, or champion point. Champ rank, just play on your champ rank character during double XP, or just like quest on your champion level. Speaking of champion points, I have to go through mine. I have nothing in this tree because this tree is becoming obsolete come Morrowind. I'm running 44 Mooncalf, 15 into Tumbling, 25 into Shade. I keep 75 points in here for all my characters just because of the Treasure Hunter passive. Also, Tumbling really helps in PvP, reduces your costs and break free. And Shade, if you're playing a stealthier character, you want to invest some into this. Blue Tree, 15 into Blessed, 20 Thaumaturge, 30 Precise Strikes, 20 Piercing, 34 Mighty, 56 into Resistant, 25 Hardy, 25 Elemental Defender, 13 Quick Recovery. That's my basic champ points. That's just how I like to play with champ points. Rotations. I'm getting to rotations next. So, whenever you fight an enemy, always want to buff up first. Fully charge R2, poison inject, ambush, and run your execute if they're low enough. There you are. I just like weave. Oh shit. I guess I lied. I do use heavy attacks, I guess, to restore my stamina, but mostly I weave light attacks in with my executioner. That was a very, very bad demonstration. It was about the finesse of a dying goose that I depicted that. But, yeah, you always want to fully charge R2, poison inject, switch bars, ambush, and cap if you want to be like that. I always dizzy and swing, and then if they're low enough, I'll execute them. But you want to always keep your buffs up. Switch between your rallies, your relentless focus, and your rallies. Wow, I just did rally twice. Your vigor, relentless focus, and rally. You always want to keep those up. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this build, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Sorry the last little bit was like the finesse of a dying goose, but again, thank you guys for watching. If you would and you don't mind, like, subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps my channel out. And check out some of my other videos. Peace.